All right, wait. So y'all get in there. Y'all see the live. We already got some people logging on. We got our
I
wild
live in
debating.
Waterbury.
Wraith is the devil today. He about to join. Y'all see the live?
Yeah, man.
Wraith,
I am about to check.
I've been arguing with people. I'm terrible with Instagram, man. So, bruh.
there we
Hey.
Yeah.
Man is back. Back.
yes. All right. It's going down. So we got a special debate for y'all, right? We live on IG and of course, YouTube, all that stuff right there. So before we get into this heated debate, it's so heated we had to bring a couple defense. I'm sorry, you don't really have your partner in crime in this one. So,
It's all right.
He got left alone.
But it's cool because y'all was on opposite sides anyway.
Yeah, we was going against each other anyway, so it's all good.
Yes. So we're gonna, for the people not watching it live, eventually this part right here, it'll be highlights of what they were talking about in the reason that we brought it up here, right? Just kind of let us know what y'all are discussing, and then before we get into that debate, let Dave Chappelle and the Drake. Yeah.
Okay.
It's going down.
She just commented. She said she's still watching. She gonna watch me jump into the fire, man.
Yo, tell her she jump in there whenever you feel like it's stuff.
I mean, if she jump in, she's just gonna jump in to attack me.
Yes, we want that.
Well, Ray, I told Kwame, but like we have popcorn ready.
Yeah.
For when it gets,
When it gets heated, right?
We gotta see the action. I came in here for seconds. Yeah.
I mean, well, we kind of had a couple. It's crazy. All these ideas pop up when we're in the car.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess like this discussion just came out of nowhere because we was talking about females and males having friends, right, of the opposite gender.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of got amped because I said, yo, we don't play by the same rules. The rules is different for females as opposed to males. And she said, so you saying that females can't have male friends? I'm like, well, you can have male friends, but like, let's be honest, like a female is not going to have any male friends unless she's setting that boundary. Unless she's the one that's setting that boundary. A male can have female friends, but like if a male has female friends and he's the one that's setting that boundary, obviously he's probably already in a relationship with a female. He's already committed to a female. He's already taking a female serious. So he'll sit here and push females to the side and just have them there as friends. But
Yeah.
but if a female has friends, if a female has male friends, it ain't off his decision.
Yeah. Wait, but the things I know y'all were saying too is that you feel like a woman, right, should not hang out with a male friend alone, but a guy hang out with their female alone, and it's okay.
Yeah, I think that not saying that it doesn't happen on a day-to-day basis, but there have been situations where a female will sit there and hang out with a dude, and if a dude is pushing on too much, either unless it's verbally, but if it's happening physically, there's not much she could do about that situation. But if you flip it around and you put a man in that situation, a man can easily get out of that if a female's trying to push onto him physically.
Yeah.
A man can easily get out of that situation.
But to be clear though, right, just so
Yeah.
it's clear to the audience, so as a man, right, you feel like it should be acceptable that a man can hang out with their female friends alone, no problem. But with a woman, that should not be happening.
I mean, yeah, because like the thing is, if you're already in a committed relationship with a female and you sit there and you have female friends, what obviously is gonna happen? You already established a boundary. It's a different situation when a female establishes a boundary with a man, because if she was to remove that boundary, let's say that man probably not gonna be her friend no more. He's gonna probably make a move. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen with my wife, bro. I've seen it happen where a dude is there because she placed a boundary there. And I try to explain that to my wife. Like,
Well,
if you go hang out with a guy by yourself, I guarantee he gonna try and make a move.
Stephanie says she pulling up. She pulling up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
good.
already,
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna make
already
a pull
see,
up.
like, oh yeah. I
Yo.
already see
Pull
somebody
up, good.
disagreeing. Is that hey pretty? Is that Stephanie?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Hey.
Yeah, that's my wife.
I think, did I add her? Is this one?
And I know what I'm saying is gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way, and the whoever's watching this live. But listen, man. All I can say is the truth, bro, and how I feel. Like, that's just how I feel. Oh, here she goes. She right here.
Oh,
Oh. Hello.
yo.
Wait, I'm not feeling too good, so just so we could.
Yeah.
You could have let Rafe talk unchecked.
Yo, for real. Yo, she could. Yo,
because he
hold
hold on. No, you talked a lot.
We need to get the pop.
He literally feels that a female cannot defend themselves against a man if we're chilling alone. We can though.
Yeah.
We can though. Like we can knee them in the balls. Like
Knee them in the balls.
what makes you really think we? Yes, that can happen. Okay, and what makes you think that some females feel like they don't? Some females don't respect even when a man is in a relationship. And a man men are weak when it comes to temptation. A female keep throwing themselves at a man, they bound to end up breaking.
Men are weak, or are they not receiving the same attention females are getting?
Men are weak. I'm sorry.
Men are weak.
No offense, guys, but if a female keep throwing themselves at you, majority of men tend to break.
All right. So,
Because
all right.
y'all are used to attention. Women are used to attention.
So what I'm gathering, what y'all saying, correct me if I'm wrong. So Rafe is saying, right, you shouldn't be alone, the women shouldn't be alone with the guy because you can't defend yourself if the guy goes and wilds out.
Not in every situation.
Which is not necessarily true.
Yo, honestly, I gotta step in right here. If you have to worry about that motherfucker is not actually your friend. We're talking about the difference between friends and acquaintances. Some motherfucker you know is not necessarily your friend. But if you're talking about a friend, if you actually have to worry about that, they're not your fucking friend.
Yeah. That's true.
What the fuck is that?
That's true.
I'm just saying.
You shouldn't have to worry about that.
But how
and
many times?
they might catch some sort of feeling, but but even if you're like, no, they're gonna fucking respect that shit, and there's no worry about physical defense because they're your friend. They're gonna respect your fucking boundaries.
And you should have trust in your spouse too, that they could be able to handle themselves.
Okay, but I can have trust in you, but the dude that you hanging out with. It's like if you establish a boundary. Some dudes, I've seen some dudes DM girls that's pregnant, trying to holler. What you talking about? Like it don't matter. He could be a friend.
Are we talking about friends? Or are we talking about random ass?
He could be a friend.
May or may not have met?
It could be a friend.
A friend is gonna
respect. It could be a friend. Friends don't always respect.
But look, so this fake friend.
And he'll sit there and push that line.
But that's what he's talking about. If a friend is gonna respect you,
but look,
a friend is not gonna respect a person that don't respect you is not a friend.
So
y'all got fake friends fronting like they your friend, like they just want that friendship level because you ain't really give them no action up front. You know what I mean? But you got fake friends, so I don't think
what I'm saying.
Like we know their heart and soul, but the ones that there's a lot of people that be fronting, and as soon as they get the opportunity,
it's like dudes be living under a tent, bro. You never dealt with betrayal. Like niggas never dealt with that before. Like you never dealt with that.
All right, but you should.
I mean, like he said, if it's acquaintance, then y'all shouldn't be hanging out alone. If it's actually a friend that you trust, then they should respect that boundary, and that should be it. But I do feel like, honestly, whether you're male or female, you shouldn't be hanging out with the opposite sex alone because that gives the wrong impression.
Thank you, because it's a date.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that completely. No fucking way. Some of my best friends are fucking women, right? Like, as I grew up with an older sister. Like, it's always been like easy for me to make friends with women. Most of my fucking friends from college were women, and like, that's just bullshit, right? Like, I don't feel any type of way about them because they're my fucking friend. I'm there to fucking help them. Like with the shit that you're talking about, it's like I'm gonna look out for them against other motherfuckers. Like I'm not worried that, and I feel the same with hers. Like I know some of you.
Yeah, I have male friends.
I don't feel like you trust them. I trust them. because I trust you.
Nah,
So
I'm
it's like
sorry.
that's the end of the fucking story right there.
I respectfully decline.
Yeah, I'm at the
Wait.
respectfully.
So y'all hang out with y'all friends like separately, like
Yeah.
Separately and together.
That's
So it's
together,
like
yeah.
I know who she's hanging out with because I've hung out with them, and I'll let her know if I'm like that motherfucker's funny. I don't trust him, and then she'll be like, okay, I'll keep a fucking eye out.
Yeah.
But like that's
you know, he will let me know. Like I remember one time, I was gonna hang out with someone who I knew had a bit of a crush on me when we first met, but that quickly subsided. And we were gonna go to a museum, and it sounded like a date, but like I wanted to go see a museum. He couldn't go, and this guy in particular, he was a visual artist, and like Dylan jokingly said to me like, enjoy your date. but like, I knew that it was in jest, and I was like,
and that was also me throwing shit like, be wary of this motherfucker because he might try something, and just be on your fucking P's and Q's about that shit.
Yeah, and like, nothing happened. It was cool. We were hanging out. It could have looked like a date, but it wasn't. Like, and he trusts me. I trust him, and again, nothing happened.
Time out though. Can y'all go out for drinks with the opposite sex? Because drinks can impair you, so it can start
do it all the time. We do it all the time.
I do feel like it depends on the person. If you feel like the person don't even have a crush on you, then I feel like you should be able to go out drinks with them because you don't even have a crush on them. They don't have a crush on you.
Y'all should be able to go to
friends.
It's the difference between someone's actually your friend or not. That's what I was saying. It's like that's your actual friend. That's your friend. Your friend, like if you're friend with someone like the opposite sex, that's like your sister. You wouldn't try to fuck your fucking sister, So it's like I'm not worried about that shit because that's actually their fucking friend.
It's interesting that you bring that up because I was talking about this with my coworker before leaving because she asked me about my plans and I told her about today's episode. And she basically said the same thing. Like she has guy friends, but she considers them like brothers, like family.
She put them there.
So
she put them there. That's why.
That wasn't the guy's choice. She put friends on them.
She put them there, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Yo, all right, let's not even. But that, she said, right? God, that called the girl sister and stuff like. Yo, how many people have you heard were like secretly smashing, talking about that's my sister, that's the bro.
Bro,
and there's a difference. That's not like
that's my bro.
Like it's undeniable most of the time when somebody has a crush on you. It is.
No, I mean, some of the time.
You see, whether you ignore it or not, you see a sign.
Yeah.
Also,
honestly.
All right, so look, so I do feel like, right, well, I think that if you're in a relationship, me personally, I feel like the woman is to the same standard as the guy, right? So I don't feel like I could do something that she necessarily couldn't, right? But I know Raymond Stephanie got to figure out that part. But
man, you cannot keep living in this type of society, man.
And look, this is where people get mad at me, and I'm gonna take the heat right here. This is where people come at me. I work in entertainment, so that's different, right? And look, she shakes her head. But here's what I'm saying. I have to. This is me going to work. Just like if you have a job and then you have to work a shift with just a guy, I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? That's part of your job. So if I work in entertainment and I got to go into the studio with just like a female or something like that, then that's a part of my job. That's what I got to do. So,
100%.
If you bring up your girl or your wife or whatever, and then she just ignore it or be like, she just absolutely can't come, then I see like there's a problem.
Yeah, what if it affects the creativity of the vibe?
She can record on her own because if she's a actual like taking her serious, then she have a studio in her house, so she can.
It's not. I don't know about all that. What I will say is, though, it's fucking professionalism. It doesn't matter if you're with someone or not with someone. You don't just go fucking hitting on your coworkers and fucking your coworkers like that shit. You're there to do a job. You do the fucking job. Sometimes a little fucking sexual tension can make the creativity go, but ain't nobody gonna fucking act on that if they actually have respect for what they're fucking doing. Period. Because I've been in situations where I'm working with artists where that's a thing, and it's like we know that nothing can fucking happen, but we're gonna look at each other, we're gonna feel the vibe, and we're gonna be like, okay, cool, we're gonna put this shit into the music, and then at the end of the day, it's like, all right, bye, go home. That's enough. Did the job. Goodbye.
So Dylan, so my question for you too, like, so what are your thoughts if like, because what she disagrees, be like, if they be like the couple, like your partner can't come to the session, what are your thoughts on that? They say, no, I want this to be a solo session with just me and you.
Bro, if you fucking work in an investment bank, you don't bring your wife to work. I mean, you just don't like that. That's not necessarily professional. If they're not involved in the actual session, they don't necessarily fucking belong at the studio. And if it's a loose thing where you're working with someone who's your friend and it's like, oh, tell your homies to pull up, that's a different story. But if it's like a strictly professional relationship, you don't just go bringing your spouse or your girlfriend or whatever into that shit. That's very unprofessional.
Yeah, and like we've been in situations where like Dylan has mentioned to me like, oh, this girl tried to bag and I was like trying to push her away. And like, I don't get mad at that because it's like, one, I'm glad that he told me. And again, I trust him enough that I know he's not going to be doing any funny business. And then the other way around.
And like, I don't work with them anymore.
Yeah. And like, I had a situation.
They crossed the fucking professional boundary.
Yeah. I had a situation.
That's not your friendship. That's professionalism. That's a whole other story.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I had a situation at my church job where a choir member was like trying to ask me out on several dates. Oh, the baby. Sorry. And like I just kept on trying to, you know, be polite about it, turn him down. It's also a work environment. It's also church. It's like kind of uncomfortable. And then finally, like he's like begging me to sing his nephew's baptism, and I was like, okay, fine. And then at the end, he's trying to invite me to his like nephew's baptism dinner or whatever. And that day we were celebrating our anniversary, and I was like, no, I can't. I'm celebrating my, I don't know, it was like 5-year anniversary or something with my boyfriend. And then he like finally got the message, but it was so annoying. But like those kinds of things happen, and like you have to trust your partner enough that like things are gonna happen. And you know what, like I find that if someone is like hitting on him, I'm like, okay, he still got it, you know. And I'm sure it's like the other way around.
Speaking about working in entertainment, that's the whole thing. It's like when I go, I'm a musician. I work in entertainment. Yeah. I go on stage, and if girls are like trying to hit on me and stuff like that, I bring that energy home. I'm like, okay, cool. I still, like she said, it's like, okay, I still got it. I'm like, you know, these girls want me. I'm like, I'm gonna be like, thanks, but no thanks. And I'm gonna like, you know, I'll flirt a little bit. I'll do the thing, you know, buy a drink or whatever. And then if someone goes that far to like make a move, it's like, oh, nope, stops right there. This was fun. Goodbye. And then you bring that shit, you bring that confidence, and you bring that vibe and that sexy home to the person that you go home to.
So, so what's the level where you play with temptation, and then you don't get hooked up in it? You know what I mean? Because temptation exists for a reason, right? Like you play with temptation to a certain point, you could accidentally find yourself in a compromising position.
You gotta have fucking willpower, man. You gotta have real fucking willpower. I'm sorry, dude. It's like, you know. And I'm not necessarily the strongest at willpower. I'll eat my fucking chocolate. I got a gut and stuff. But it's like with stuff like that, loyalty is fucking loyalty. And that shit is the be all and all. Whether it's my friends, whether it's my loved ones, whether it's my family, loyalty is fucking loyalty. And I do not compromise on that shit. I am very confident. I don't care how fucking drunk I am, how stoned I am, whatever. If it comes to that fucking line, I'm not crossing it. I trust myself in that shit because it's deep within my moral fiber.
I remember when my cousin was having issues with her boyfriend at the time, and she went as far as to hack into his email. and like she found out that he like created a profile for like a dating site, and she was really upset, and like she was suspicious, and her suspicions were correct. And I told her that I didn't necessarily agree with her going into her boyfriend's accounts to like find out, because if you have enough of a hunch that you don't trust them and that you have to go as far as to do, like, it's not even worth it anymore. Like I would, if I was her, I would have been like, I don't trust you, I don't think we should continue anymore. And then that's it, that's the end of the day. Like,
I agree. Like if you feel like you have to go through it like that, like the trust isn't there. But hold on, where's Stephanie go? Because I got a question for her.
Oh no. The baby woke up.
Oh man. Oh man.
You'll have to hold that thought for when she comes back.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So all right. So
let's ask the baby. I'm playing. We gonna get your baby involved. I'm just joking. That's a joke.
So, all right. So, Rafe. So what they're saying, right, is the biggest thing is the trust factor should be there. So they should be able to be with the opposite sex, and the trust factor, should be there. What is your? Because I know you kind of see the opposite side of there. Why?
Okay, I have a caveat. But before you go on, I have a caveat where it's like if your significant other is going to go hang out with someone that you don't trust, you should be able to tell them that you don't trust that motherfucker, and they should respect that. Because that's another thing where it's like hey, that's a little fucked up. I think they might try to pull something, and it's like you got to be open enough to have that conversation. Because it's like, okay, either I won't go, or it's like, all right, I'll bring my homegirl. So that it's like if some shit goes down, I gotta weigh out. Like that's a different, there are levels to this shit, right? So it's like I will put that out there. I will put that out there where it's like if you trust each other, but if you don't trust the other motherfucker, you have to talk about that shit. So I'll just put that out first before you answer. So
and that's happened between us as well.
Oh yeah.
And Stephanie says she's watching, so I'm gonna ask her a question after Rafe answers that one. I got some questions too. So Stephanie's still here.
So what was the question again?
So all right, so basically he just went in and said there's levels to it, but they're basically saying that the opposite, when you're in a relationship, your couple should be able to go out with the opposite sex because you should be able to trust them. But he did preface that to say, like, if you do say you don't trust that particular person, then they should respect you on that. But like in general,
I think that you could trust your partner at the end of the day, and they can still respect. How can I put it? They can still respect sort of like what you would allow and what you would not allow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I trust Stephanie, but she's still not gonna go hang out with dudes by herself.
But you could do it. But you could go hang out with another female by yourself, though. That's what you're trying to say. You won't.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
If I'm hanging out with a female by myself, if I'm hanging out with a female by myself, and it ain't you, bro, yo, I'm either bringing something to the table that's gonna help them out financial wise or business wise.
Okay, so but what makes you think that I can do the same thing though?
Myself.
But what makes you think I can't do the same thing?
Hanging out with a female by myself.
But what makes you think I
wouldn't hang out with a female by myself just cause she knows it's already. So I don't even know why she pressing this issue.
Because of what you just said, like you could go do it, but I can't.
I'm speaking from a general standpoint.
Okay.
Because I say something don't mean I would do it.
All right.
I can speak from a general standpoint.
That's why we did it.
That brought up a good point. She said, "What makes you think she can't do the same thing?" What's your response to that?
In terms of what, hanging out with somebody business wise?
Yeah. Come to the table.
If it's bringing money to the table, I'm not gonna have a problem with it. But let's be honest.
Okay.
But let's be honest. How many dudes is gonna sit here? Dudes will sit here and use their power just to hang out with you. You say use their power, what they bring.
Females could do the same thing, though. Females could do the same thing.
But this is why I brought up. Like, are they actually your friends? Or are they just acquaintances? Because, like, she's right. Women will do the same thing. They're gonna use the power of the pussy to fucking usurp somebody. They're gonna do it if they want to do it. But are they actually your fucking friend? Because if they are, they're not gonna do that shit. Same with the man. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like, are you actually talking about hanging out with people's real fucking friends? Or are you talking about actual real business relationships? Because in a business relationship, if someone tries to do that shit, you should never do business with them again. And you should put them on fucking blast. And you should put them on blast and fuck up their ass career because they're trying to do some shit.
But let's be honest though. Like, if we keep it real, that shouldn't happen in business, but we know it does happen a lot in business.
It does. But again, but it's like, that's why you trust your partner to fucking get up from the table and walk away and be like, no, fuck you, man. I'm out. Bye. Goodbye. Especially if you're talking about going out and getting drinks and shit. That's a public ass fucking place. You know, and if you're going to some sort of shady spot where someone's gonna fucking roofie the drink and the bartender's not gonna catch that shit, well then you're hanging out the wrong spot. I'm sorry. Because that, like, you know.
Yo, if he's doing business and that ever happens, yo, homie catching a fade.
All right. So I want to know. Give me like a specific example of something that you can do, like as a man, right? That you wouldn't really feel comfortable with Stephanie doing that.
I see you, Steph the model.
I was gonna say peeing standing up. I don't know, like.
there's a bunch of stuff I could do that she won't be inadequate at. I'm sorry. Like, you go play basketball right now.
No. No, I mean,
really?
as far as like with the opposite sex.
You said the opposite sex?
Yeah. But what can you do with the opposite sex that you might not necessarily feel like, you know, your wife should be doing with the opposite sex?
Oh, we have two. Yes.
That's a good question.
Look at the beers.
Wow.
No, all right.
Great,
so,
thanks. Oh.
The example we use, right? And this is, I guess, maybe a little biased on me too, right? So we had this debate with our wives where we talk about Rihanna and Drake, right?
Ooh, fuck Drake.
Oh my God, here goes the Rihanna and Drake thing again.
Listen, we're gonna do the business with Rihanna on the plane. Would I let my wife get on the plane with Drake? Absolutely not.
No, because Drake was hollering at
Yo, whoever said that's why I
that.
can't answer, listen, yo, society is society is filled with double standards.
Because, yeah.
Like,
definitely not be worried.
Wait, don't be worried about Drake?
Yeah.
oh nah, yeah, yo, did y'all not just see the story? Yo, Drake just DM'd the whole chick and followed her.
And then he shouted him out. The wife too was like, hello,
like, that's a dub. Yo, my girl not getting on the plane with Drake.
They're doing that shit for the clout. Like, I don't know that. Fuck Drake. I stand by my words. Everything after his first album is garbage. He fucking has ghostwriters. He tries to talk to underage girls.
Yo,
he's a fucking piece of shit.
I think his DMs now. Be careful.
Let him. I don't fucking care.
That would be so
I don't
funny.
fucking care.
But like, are you guys seeing like the Instagram comments? Like, people have a lot to say. People have a lot to say right now.
Oh yeah, somebody said it's double standards. That's why he can't answer.
Someone wrote because y'all have insecurities. Like,
yo, they always say that.
Oh, we got
I need to come up with a new word.
Jacoby.
Yeah.
Jacoby,
can we let?
You should just come over to this room so
Yeah,
I can get off and then you can ask someone.
All right, Steph. Yo, because that's actually
Jacoby,
a good.
come over to this room.
Let me see. Oh yeah. Go into Stephanie. Steph the model. We bringing you up.
Ain't no insecurities.
Yeah, we gonna talk about these insecurities.
Yo, that's they go
we're gonna have to
to.
make some more popcorn.
That's they go to mantra. Yo, insecure.
All right, we bringing Steph the model in there. We got some men are insecure.
Got nothing to do with insecurities.
No, it has everything to do with insecurity. And men are never willing to admit that they're insecure about shit.
If I'm
including, like, it makes them look weak.
Thing, listen, I'm trying to save people from Drake because he's a different type of guy. He's a monster. you gotta fight for the monsters.
And your kids. Motherfucker trying to talk to children.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. I'm gonna go off camera because I'm looking kind of hit right now, and I got a lot of followings. I don't need them to see me like this.
We would have never known.
I appreciate it. So I just want to say, hi. My name is Steph.
Hey.
I respect every one of you guys' convos. I've been listening for the past couple of seconds to a minute. And what really brought me to say what I said in the comments is because if you are with a woman, then your significant other, which is a female, should feel a type of way. Why does she have to be comfortable with you being alone with a female, but you can't be comfortable being alone, letting her be alone with a man? Now, the reason why I say it's insecurities, it's because it starts with inside of you. That's why it's called insecure. With insecurities, because it comes from inside you. So if you are secure with your woman, you trust your woman, you trust your wife, there should be no insecurities that come after she's doing what she's doing, or vice versa with a woman and her man. If he is doing what he's doing and you trust him, then you should not be having no insecurities. Insecurities come from distrust. And if you guys do not trust each other, then why are you guys together? Insecurities are the main things that separate relationships. Why? Because men and women feel like, well, if I'm doing this and it's a business, then you can't do it. it's not fair. We're trying to change the world and its aspects and how the world views us, and we need to start with ourselves. But if we're being blind to ourselves and we're being naive to ourselves, then you're just bringing relationship issues within your relationship, and nobody's bringing it but you. Because if you guys trust each other like the back of your hand, then why are y'all so worried?
Right.
Congratulations. You said a bunch of
I'm
nice.
gonna piggyback on that because it's about being honest, right? You got to be honest with yourself when you're insecure about something. If you're insecure in yourself, you're like, oh, this person has something that I don't have, so they're gonna be attracted to that. You got to talk to your partner about that.
Exactly.
You have to be honest when you're insecure.
If you have insecurities within your relationship and you guys have no communication, there's going to be distrust. Now, if you have communication, you guys trust each other, you guys know your boundaries. And if you know your wife or your husband goes outside to do whatever they're going to do, and you guys never once cheated on each other or not disrespected, but you guys never really stepped out and you guys always communicate with each other, then your relationship is based on communication, trust, and being secure with one another and their job.
Wait, so Steph the model. So I got a
100.
question. So if you're in a relationship, do you feel like your partner can go out drinking with someone because you trust them, and that they could be alone drinking with the opposite sex because you trust your partner?
Yes. Why I say that is because, first of all, if you knew you were drinking, you knew you were going out, you put yourself in that predicament. Why would you put yourself in a predicament knowing that it's going to go left?
Damn right.
And if you think it might go left, and if you think, damn, if I drink too much, I know I'm going to be over here probably squeezing a bitch ass. Niggas and females think before they do stuff. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, again, it starts with you.
Why does it necessarily have to lead to something?
Nat, really, do you ever have a problem when I go drinking with my homegirl at the bar?
No.
Even before she had a man's and she was totally single and shit?
No.
And that's why
100%.
you two, that's why you two down there with the microphones in your face, you guys have an understanding and you guys look like you have a dope relationship and you guys talk about everything, and that's how it should be. Because look at the bond between y'all. Y'all are able to talk about females and men and not frown your face up. That's called an understanding, communication.
We didn't make it 9 years for nothing.
Exactly. I applaud you guys.
Although Ray,
thank you.
Response to Steph the model.
Why does drinking necessarily have to lead to anything sexual happening?
It doesn't.
That's exactly
I didn't say that.
No, you were the one who brought up getting inebriated and that shit getting fucked up and like leading to some shit. You brought that up earlier.
But you took it sexually when you mentioned the drinking. Why can't it just be two friends just drinking?
Two friends can drink. I have no issue with that.
I can't.
I have no issue with that. The only reason why you have an issue with your female doing what you do is because you don't trust yourself doing the same shit that you wouldn't allow her to do.
Projection.
Trust me. Ain't
no
projection.
So all right. So here's my thing. I feel like the balance between both of y'all, right? Now, I get what you said, Steph the model.
It's like her girl. It's like his girl trusts him to do certain things, but he won't trust her and allow her to be a woman and do what she needs to do that she feels like she wants to do, and she should get affirmation from her man and her man should be like, "Yo, baby, I got this. I trust you. Go do what you got to do." You feel me? If you trust your girl and you know she's not going to step out on you, then it shouldn't matter who she's chilling with.
It does, and we don't play by the same rules.
Exactly, and that's why I don't know what your relationship is, but obviously it's not communication because she's sitting there looking like she wants to talk, but you won't allow her to talk because you have a lot of stuff to say.
Nothing.
Oh, that's something.
But this is why a lot of people don't like me because, I don't pick sides. I don't pick sides for women or men. I speak how I feel. And a lot of people are not open-minded to being open. You understand? You guys, people are so closed-minded. They don't want to bring anything new into the world. They don't want to change anything about themselves. They're so happy being stuck the way that they are that they won't allow themselves to be greater, to be better communicating, to have a better relationship. You're stuck where you are and you're comfortable. And that's why you are the way you are, because you're comfortable.
Facts.
So I agree. And what I do agree to is the trust factor, but, and this is where I think I'm slightly different from where y'all going with it, a comfort level, right? Like, I don't want to, like, me personally, I feel like we have to respect each other's comfort zones. Like, I don't want a partner that just wants to party in the club every single day of the week, talking about trust me, and then y'all in the club like every single day of the week. So is that wrong that my comfort level is like, hey, if we're going to be in a relationship, this is not what I want, and I'm not going to do the same thing? Do you agree with
that? That is perfect. But you see what you said? You said, if I am not comfortable with this, and my partner is not comfortable with this, what are y'all doing? Communicating. Y'all are coming on the same platform and you guys are understanding each other. You feel me? If you step into a relationship and you guys are communicating how you like things, what you don't like, what you dislike, what you feel is inappropriate, you guys should not have any type of relationship issues because you guys are communicating. And 98% of females and men that are in relationships in this world do not communicate because they're listening to their friends, they're watching social media, it's so much out there that strays away from their significant other. So it really takes two strong people to really be on the same page.
Also, if you're partying in the club every night, that is not fiscally responsible. That has less to do with like male, female, whatever. It's like, what you spending that money on? Bro, we're in a
I swear to God, I don't think he would be able to switch phones for a day.
What are you doing?
Yo, Carl Chef said know each other's blood type.
Yo, I'm crying.
If you're in a real relationship, what if someone gets into an accident?
Wait, I don't know your blood type.
Yeah, you do. I've told you a million times. Fucking A positive.
Okay.
Well, I don't even know my own. But hold up. So we got two Stephanies in there. Hey, pretty Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
Your response to this, right? Because what she's saying is like the communication factor, and everything. And then that's what. How do you feel about that aspect of it?
I agree with. I like her response. She's 100% correct. I agree with everything. Why not?
Yeah.
No, but we're not trying to dogpile on Ray there because I know he communicates. Like, I know you speak and shit. Like, you're not that type of dude who's not gonna fucking say your feelings. So I'm not trying to make you feel. We're not trying to make you look bad or anything.
Oh no! I don't care.
Wait, so Steph the model. No, and look, Rafe knew he was gonna be and this is what we want: dialogue, respecting each other's opinions. You know what I mean?
Simon Cowell,
So Steph the model. Our question. This is our fundamental debate we always come back to is Rihanna and Drake, right? If there was a private plane, right, and this is what we talk about our wives, right? Because our wives are like, oh, well, you shouldn't be on the plane with Rihanna if we can't be on the one with Drake. Now, if you have someone like Drake who's just constantly savage, like he done mess with Little who like signed him and changed his life, you know what I mean?
He slid into 14-year-old girls' DMs. He's a fucking pedophile.
That's crazy.
The girl also has a role in it. Just like this last time, he slid.
She's 14. She's fucking 14. She's a child. She's a
So
child. She's a grown-ass man.
No, but like this specific, what they're talking about today, like this person's a grown adult.
No, I know, but people forget about the fucking him being a scumbag earlier. So it's like he's already written off, as far as I'm concerned. Nothing he does can be above board because he's already shown himself to be a total fucking scumbag. So anybody that does anything to fucking defend his ass, I'm like, fuck you. You're a scumbag. Period.
All right, we know how Dylan feels about Drake, allegedly. But so
allegedly my ass.
So if I'm like, because a lot of us work in entertainment, right? So I'm like, all right, I got to get on this plane with Rihanna. There's a good business situation. And let's say Drake tries to call my wife and be like, yo, come on this situation. We could talk business. I'm going to be like, look, I got to get on this plane with Rihanna. This is something good for us. You trust me, da-da-da. No, you should not be on that plane with Drake. Like, that's not what's happening. Do you see something wrong with that?
I feel like I understand why you feel like your wife shouldn't be on that plane with Drake. Okay. But you don't know how Rihanna is. Let's really sit down and talk about it like this is red table talk. So let's paint the picture, right?
You be honest, sliding the fucking
you are going on a plane with this beautiful woman, Rihanna, right? Drake is fine in his own way, but I don't like light-skinned niggas, so you know, whatever. No offense. But I feel that I understand where your concern is, but at the same time, you feel me? If Drake was to be on the plane with your wife, let's say you be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to push my feelings to the side. I'm going to be a man about this. I'm going on the plane with Rihanna. My wife's going on the plane with Drake. All right. I know I ain't going to do shit, but is she going to let shit happen? Boom. That is where you have no faith in your wife. You shouldn't be worried about Drake. Drake can do anything. He can try to make his play, try to shoot her a dream and anything. It is your wife's job to solidify her motherfucking ground with her husband. Okay? So Drake could be kneeling on the floor showing his dick if he wanted to. It is your wife's responsibility to be like, nigga, get the fuck out of here before I call my husband and he's gonna beat you the fuck up, you champagne poppy ass nigga. That's what your wife is supposed to do. Right. You feel me? Right. So if your wife can sit here and solidify her motherfucking throne, you need to be kissing your fucking wife's feet. And after that day, don't ever question whether you can trust her around anyone, because obviously she showed you what type of fucking queen she is. Boom.
Well, so, all right, so I slightly agree with that. My only difference is, right, is that, like, and I hate to use a specific person like Drake as the monster in this situation.
No, make him a monster. He is a monster. He's a fucking terrible person.
But, like,
hi, Mom.
If a man has, like, crazy bad intentions, right, he can overpower the woman. You know,
someone says turn off automatically.
Yeah. Okay, so.
But my job is to protect my wife from even being in that situation. Like, so, I don't trust.
So, Don, I want to say something before you finish real quick.
Yeah.
So you said he might have real bad intentions, right? Boom. If you communicate with your wife and be like, look, I really don't feel comfortable because, you know, Rihanna's she's a type of different person. You know, she's more subtle. But Drake, Now it's up to your wife to be like, yo, my man really feels some type of way. It's my duty to make sure I'm not on that plane. You feel me? It's either she's going to say, babe, you know what? I don't even want to put you through that stress. I'm not going to go. Or she's going to say, you know what, babe? I got this. Let me show you what type of woman can hold it down for her nigga.
Yeah.
It can go either way. It's all about communication.
It's business.
Damn right. Shit, I'd be more scared if she was on a plane with Rihanna than with Drake. I'd be like, shit.
Hey, yo, I swear to God, because I eat that bitch out quick, fast, in a hurry.
Work, you know? Like...
I mean, I gotta get to at least. I mean, like, shit.
I'm telling you.
Wait, so.
But look, listen, what's your name? Mr. Cooper. Don't think that I'm coming at you, love, because I am definitely not. What I'm basically trying to explain to you is that I know you love your girl because of how you show it and how you talk to her and how you say, hell no, she can't do this if I'm doing this. I understand that part. But what you need to do a little bit for your girl is let her make her own path for you to trust her more than what you do. Because you may say, yo, babe, I trust you 100%. But as soon as you walk into a store with a nigga, who the fuck is this? Who's that? And like, you know?
Sorry, I'm not doing that. She's gonna have to.
So you could walk to the store with a female, can she walk to the store with a guy?
Accept me for what it is, and that's
so
it.
Can she walk to the store with a guy while you walk to the store with a female?
The guy, the way you coming up with these scenarios.
I'm saying hypothetically. This whole conversation is a hypothetical conversation.
That's true. That is true. This whole conversation is hypothetical.
Like that. See, that just goes to show y'all he's one-minded. He's closed-minded. He doesn't want to think of hypotheticals because he doesn't want to be put in that position because his true colors would show and that he doesn't have trust for his fucking girl.
Those are your go-to words? Come up with a new word.
Bro, you are a person that can't be spoken to about nothing positive because you are straight negative. That's why she's sitting there with her hand on her forehead, because she just can't believe how you're not taking the information.
Can you bring up a sorry ass example?
No.
Sorry example.
You have sorry ass communication.
Oh,
that's what you have.
Sorry example.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Wait, so wait.
It's okay.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Maturity allows you to trust. Exactly. He's not mature enough for that.
Trust me.
Wait.
You can't even trust him when he says, trust me. That's the he has.
Yeah, I got bad jokes. Hold on, so wait. What was the part you didn't like with her question with the hypothetical? What you didn't like with the girl?
Bring a better example, like go.
Oh my God, the comments.
The comments are agreeing with me. This man is crazy. So everybody on this live is involved in a hypothetical question, and you did not like the hypothetical question because you don't want to answer it truthfully because you don't trust your girlfriend. That is the state of the freaking.
That's his wife too. So hold on, just some of the comments. Bring her back. They said she's roasting him like a tree nut. Are you worried other than to be an upgrade? That means he can't be trusted.
It's nuts roasting on an open fire. Sorry, man. I had to do it. It ain't Christmas time. I didn't mean to do that to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please don't do that again. No, just
copyright strike.
Yeah. The comment section is giving me life right now.
Wait, so okay, wait. All right, so the example, because I am kind of curious with like the store thing, right? Like what she was saying, like what would be your response, right? If she was saying about a guy walking your wife to the store, and then you walking with a woman to the store. Because I am curious.
Me and Stephanie have had these discussions. I would never hang out. I've already said this off camera. Like I would never hang out with a woman by myself. I would never hang unless I'm bringing something to the table. I feel like if a woman.
What do you do that brings something to the table that allows you to be alone with a woman?
Can you let me finish?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna go on mute.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So anyway, if I feel like a woman besides my wife was to hang out with me, I would be bringing something to the table, entertainment wise, that will boost her up. So like if it's music related, business related, any of those things. Other than that, I have no reason to hang out with a woman by myself. That's what I'm saying. I said that in the beginning when it started. I would never hang out with a chick by myself just off recreation. For what?
So you don't have female friends? You don't have women in your life? So it's like you don't have if y'all have problems in your relationship, you don't have another like homegirl you can call and be like, yo, I need a woman's perspective on this shit. You don't have that, so right? You don't have that feminine energy influencing the way you make decisions.
Hold on. I have like one female friend besides obviously my wife.
Can your female friend chill with you alone?
Yeah, because I already established.
Okay, so can her homeboy chill with her alone?
I've already established that.
Can she chill with her homeboy alone?
I've already established that.
Oh, that means no, guys.
No, I'm gonna.
She probably can't even text her homeboy without him looking at the text messages.
Think it like that, but you can keep talking over me. So anyway, as I was saying, I've already established that boundary with that female friend that I have. She already knows that I'm married because she's seen the ring, and I told her. Okay. So, what was the question that you asked, Steph the model?
I'm sorry. Look, I'm a comedian / model. So
wait,
yes.
Hold on. This live, I think we're going over the live limit, right? Hold on. So give me like 1 minute. We're gonna do another live. Steph the model, I want you back in this one too, so we can answer.
Okay.
All right.
I've been following you, Don. So yeah, I'm coming.
I appreciate it. All right. So 60 seconds. Everybody, come back in. We're gonna do that. So.
Play the Jeopardy theme in your head.